Hi, my name is Kim Kraft, and I am an inclusion facilitator with NJCIE. As we are experiencing tumultuous and uncertain times, NJCIE wants you to know that we are here to help. There are many nuanced considerations about how school closures will affect students with and without disabilities and their families. My colleague Michelle Lockwood and I have put together some strategies and tools that may help with the transition from learning in school to learning from home. We'll offer some strategies and general resources for talking to your child about COVID-19 and its impact on our daily routines. We will also review some ways parents can support positive behavior at home, tools you can use to help structure your day, and resources for making your own family calm down kit. Please note that examples and templates of many of the resources I discussed today are available by clicking on the View Resources link below this video. When talking to your child about COVID-19 and its impact on our daily routines, using a social story is one tool that may be useful. Social stories are relatively short, straightforward descriptions of social situations, specifically detailing what an individual might expect from the situation and what may be expected of him or her. Social stories provide visual support for these conversations. Often just telling is not enough. Social stories can help make it visual. Please keep in mind that social stories should be individualized. For examples of social stories about pandemics and coronavirus, as well as more information about writing your own social stories, please click on the View Resources link below. We've also included some of the general recommendations that are available for talking to your kids about coronavirus. We share these resources with you with the hope that they can help you as you have your own conversations at home. Positive Behavior Interventions and Support, or PBIS for short, is a proactive approach for creating an environment that supports appropriate behavior. Often, PBIS is associated with school environments. However, parents can use the same ideas and principles at home. 4 tips for PBIS that we'll review today are making your expectations, rules, and consequences clear, focusing on the behaviors you want to see instead of the ones you wish would go away, and recognizing these successes, making consequences reasonable and enforceable, and being consistent. One of the first steps for creating an environment that supports positive behavior is setting clear expectations. For instance, asking a child to clean up her room assumes that her idea of a clean room and your idea of a clean room are the same. Is that the case? Starting with clear expectations and being on the same page may decrease the occurrence of challenging behavior. One way to acknowledge when a child follows the rules and meets your expectations is to give very specific verbal feedback, like, "Nice job cleaning up, you got all the clothes in the drawers or in your hamper." Another important part about giving behavioral feedback is catching them being good with high enough frequency. The goal is to aim for a ratio of positive to negative interactions of at least 4 to 1. That means for every one time you give corrective feedback, like, "That's not what I meant by pick up your clothes, they need to go in the hamper if they're dirty," you also try to tell the child 4 things he or she did well, like, "Thanks for clearing your breakfast dishes." Try to recognize effort and progress by praising small successes too. As much as possible, match the consequence to the behavior. Sitting in a chair in the corner for being off task doesn't make much sense if the child was trying to avoid the task in the first place. Missing a part of a special activity while finishing the task more effectively demonstrates that the consequence of their own behavior is under their control. Recognizing success with rewards and behavior-specific praise in conjunction with the use of consequences is effective in increasing appropriate behavior. The most important lesson here is about consistency and practice, practice, practice. If you say no and give a reason, then don't give in, even if your child continues begging. This only tells the child that you have a breaking point and to keep trying. If you said no and gave a reason, then you should not say no again or give another reason. It's also really important that all caregivers are consistent. And when your child accepts your answer and your reason, be sure to recognize and celebrate this success. Give positive feedback on this specific behavior. For most of us, our daily routines have changed pretty dramatically over the past several days. Changes in routine and unexpected events can be very stressful and may lead to an increase in challenging behaviors for some children. Creating and maintaining a routine with structure, clear expectations, and consistency, as much as possible for now, can be really helpful. Visual schedules and task lists are tools that can help children predict what is going to happen, as well as help them understand when there is a change in the routine so they can adapt and become more flexible. We can use visual supports to make things clear and to let children know exactly what to expect. You can also write a story that previews the routine so the child knows what is expected and can practice appropriate behaviors or responses. Creating a visual daily schedule illustrates the major events of a child's day. A visual daily schedule can be used to preview what's going to happen throughout the day. You can also reference it to support typically difficult transitions. For larger tasks or non-preferred tasks, you can create visual task lists. If you'd like to create a visual schedule or task list for your child, please click on the View Resources link for templates. You can be strategic in scheduling activities so that non-preferred activities happen right before a highly preferred one. If you're using a visual schedule or task list, you can reference that as a way to help children see the relationship between finishing one task to get to the one they're excited about. Using first-then language here can also help. For instance, first you put on your pajamas, then we can read your favorite book. I bet many of us do this for ourselves already. Like me, I'll make myself empty the dishwasher before I can watch my favorite TV show. This motivates me to get the dishes done so I can relax. When you're making your schedule, create opportunities for choices. Offering choices proactively can help us avoid getting into power struggles with children. Choices can be as simple as having the child decide what subject they want to work on first, or what time they want to take a break, what they want to do during the break, or even what they have for a snack. Offering small choices as part of a routine is better than offering one or two large choices. Choices should be plentiful. Okay, let's take a few seconds and just brainstorm. How many choices can you think of off the top of your head that you can offer during your getting ready for bed routine? I'm sure quite a few choices came to mind. Some other choices to consider could be, do you want a piggyback ride to bed or a horseback ride to bed? Do you want to wear your Spider-Man or Batman pajamas? Whatever they say, you can say, good choice. When it comes to choices, we have to be sure that we only offer choices we can live with. It's very easy to turn your choices into threats or punishments, or my way is the highway, knock that off or you're grounded. That really isn't offering a choice. Think about it. If your boss said, would you rather do the report today or get fired? It's not actually offering a choice. Finally, we know that times of uncertainty and change can cause people to feel anxious or unsettled. One way to help children calm down is to create a calm down kit. A calm down kit or distress kit is something prepared in advance so it's available to help in the moment you need it. Use it to keep things you want to remember in a location that is easily accessed when needed. Your kit may include items that give kids a brain break, or items to squeeze, or items to support breathing and relaxation, or even items that get kids moving. We've included some suggestions for making a calm down kit in the resources link below this video. We hope this information can help you as you transition from learning at school to learning at home. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out. Thank you so much, and be well.